final edition on our little trek through North Carolina on this Local Friday series. Armored Cow, and it's called Hellfire Club. Could this be a little bit of a Stranger Things reference? Let's find out. Armored Cow's out of Charlotte, so very much local. And I don't think I've ever had Armored Cow, so I'm very much excited to try them now. Try them with you folks, so let's see what this is all about. Right after the theme song. Welcome back on into the Midland Studio as per usual with your host Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. Talking about pop culture. This is called Hellfire Club. It's from Armored Cow Brewing Company. They're out of Charlotte as part of Local Friday series. We go up north one week, we come back down south the next week. This is of course a North Carolina product. So not right in my own backyard, but not too darn far. So this is definitely within a spitting distance for me to drive up and check them out in person someday. And it is a fruited sour. If fruited sours are your thing, work your way on down to the comments. Like that. You will find a link pinned right at the top of the comments for a playlist to see all my other fruited sours I've reviewed in the past. There's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of big names in there. So go on, check that out, watch them through. You won't be disappointed by reviews on fruited sours because I really like fruited sours. So, and I tried, when I do them, they usually tend to be pretty big names in the craft industry. So, you will enjoy that. This one, like I said, it's very pop culture because it's called Hellfire Club. If anyone's a fan of the popular Netflix series Stranger Things, they will know that Hellfire Club was in the most recent season. And I'm looking at the text on it, and it's written in the text that they chose to write Hellfire Club as. I'll hold that up to the camera and the light so you can get a better look at it. Because you have all the light when I do these videos, not me. It looks like the font choice that they use for the Stranger Things series. Right? Agree with me? Am I right? Am I wrong? I think so. I think it looks pretty similar to that. Not a whole lot else, I don't think. Oh, wait, there's a little quote on it. Sometimes your... What? Gray text on blue and green can. Not the best choice. Sometimes your total obliviousness just blows my mind. Am I being attacked? Oh boy. Keep cold, drink fresh. Brewed by Armored Cow Brewing Company, Charlotte, North Carolina. ArmoredCowBrewing.com. Well, drink fresh. What do we got on here? September. Alright, not super fresh, but that's not the worst at the time I'm recording this. It is a peach maple cobbler waffle sour ale. Malt beverage with natural flavors. It checks in a very light 4.8%, which is funny because typically sours do tend to be those lower ABVs, but when you describe it as peach maple cobbler waffle sour, nothing about that sounds light. That sounds heavy, that sounds thick, that sounds fruity. Oh boy. So that could go, I could definitely see that one going either way. I'm also not totally sure whether that should be flipped upside down. I feel like those are thick enough ingredients, or probably should be, so let's err on the side of caution and turn that upside down for the prerequisite 5 minutes when you do drink these kind of beers. Of course, pop culture icon. What's a bigger pop culture icon in the craft beer game than the Full Malty Alchemist? So of course, I like to drink a lot of my fruited sours out of this glass with all his many characters and personalities around the glass. Not a lot of check-ins, very, very small amount of check-ins on Untapped. 267 total, 247 unique, 225 of which were ranked. Pretty respectable, 4.09, but again, very small sample size. So it's a small sample size, but people really like that out of that small sample size. And there's no details, it just lists again peach, maple, cobbler, waffle, sour ale. Now I'm looking at the pictures and it looks kind of thick. It kind of looks like a hazy IPA, so I'm excited to see what this looks like for myself and try it with you fine folks. So let's not waste any more time and crack this open. That was too fruited. I didn't flip it upside down. Doesn't look like there's gonna be much harm or no foul. Ooh, can you smell it already? I love when like you pop a beer and like the aroma is just that strong that it just comes through instantly. Oh, listen to that fizz. Did you hear that? Did you? I hope it picked up. Color wise, you can see through all the full multi personality graphics. It's almost like a cider. It's like an apple cider type of color. The head kind of was non-existent, but it's a sour. What do you expect? Oh. It's that like perfect, like it smells like a pie. It smells like a pie. It really does. They describe it, of course, as a peach, maple, cobbler, waffle sour ale. Like it smells like you threw peaches on a waffle, lathered that bad boy up with syrup. Oh, that is so decadent, so sweet, nice, kind of sugary notes, not like, and not the artificial type of sugar that like typically, you know, bloats these bad boys up, but like that real pure sugarcane type of aroma, and a little bit of peach in there. And it almost kind of smells like a bit of iced tea as well. So, well, I couldn't be more excited to sip this, so let's not waste any more time and do just that. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, now this, I said it looked like apple cider, had a kind of soury appearance to it. It definitely has that type of mouthfeel. It's very thin, it's very liquidy. It doesn't feel, the mouthfeel doesn't feel any heavier than if you were drinking water or juice, peach juice, apple juice, whatever the case may be. Apple juice is actually probably a good comparison. But that's really what it feels like on your palate. It's a very interesting flavor too. Like it comes up front with a very spritzy. Well, I don't want to say spritzy. Sorry, Blue Ice. I don't want to scare you away from that one. Not spritzy, but kind of like a effervescent approach right up front. It's almost like seltzer watery. And then on the back end, like it's like about halfway, 3/4 through your palate and into the finish, you start getting that peach kind of cobbler pie flavor back. Not nearly as strong as it was in the aroma, but still very present enough to notice it and recognize what it is. It's crisp. It's oddly crisp. I don't necessarily think crisp when I drink a sour, but that's definitely how this comes off. Yeah, and it's very full. You would think for such a thin mouthfeel, the flavor wouldn't be very full, but it actually is quite full. You don't get it up front because of how it approaches your palate after the sip. But after you like think about it for a second and you know it settles in on your palate, it definitely has this kind of full effect. That's dang tasty. I don't know if I would have expected it to taste like that. I mean, I think peach maple cobbler waffle style, I'm expecting it to be like thick with like 4 C's. But it's actually not so much, despite the fact that it has a very full effect on you. It's actually not all that. Excuse me. It's actually not all that. Woo, it's carbonated too. Yeah, it is. It's actually not all that heavy and that sort of thing. And I looked at the description of it, and it completely escaped my brain to flip it upside down. But I don't think this necessarily meant to be flipped upside down. There's not a lot of sediment. There's not a lot of thick, richness in there. And I probably would have expected it to be that way from not only the description but the smell as well. And it's really not. It's actually quite easy to sip on. Fruited sours, if they're your thing, work your way on down to the comments. There's a link pinned in the first comment below. All the other fruited sours I've done in the past, work your way on through that. Gotta let your mind and imagination play a little bit with some of these wacky flavors that these brewers are putting into beers. Click that playlist, watch through the videos of other fruited sours I've done in the past, let me know what you think. If you like what you saw from me, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so exactly when my reviews drop. And if you want to recommend a beer to me, send me a beer or just chat me up. I like some socializing. Email me, nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. And if you want the rest of my day-to-day hijinks, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram @nutmeg2palmetto. That is very easy to sip on. I will have no problem finishing this. Cheers, folks. I'll see you next time.